We're used to seeing celebrities' talents because usually that is the reason why they are famous, but believe it or not, some celebrities have hidden talents that can be quite weird. I've got a list of 10 of them today on Beyond the Screen. I'm your host for this one, Joss Bedard. If you are new here, stay until the end because we do bloopers and we also do comment shoutouts and it's a lot of fun. Also, come say hi on social media, all of our links are down below. But for now, let's get into the weird talents. Tell me down below, do you guys have weird talents? I want to know. I don't. Sadly, in order to have a weird talent, you have to be talented. So, I got nothing. I really wish I had something. You know what I can do? Legit, Chris, I'm not kidding. I can make gerbil noises in your ear. And it's legit. But it has to be in your ear like this, and I'm telling you, it sounds, you close your eyes, it sounds like a gerbil. Anyways. Beginning the list at number 10 is Kendall Jenner. The famous model is more than just a pretty face, and she surprised fans during an interview when she showed off her hidden skills. Out of all the Kardashian sisters, she is usually the one to stay quiet and keep more to herself, so it was kind of nice to see her quirky side. Turns out she can make bird noises, and she's really good at it. Kendall often spends time in nature and said that if she wasn't a model full time, she would probably be working somewhere on a farm. As for her talent, there is no technique that she could give us to help us achieve these bird noises, and she said she just kind of picked up on it. That's so random. How do you just pick up on bird noises? Up next, number 9 is Angelina Jolie. Despite her elegant look, she's been known for trying dangerous hobbies and learning sinister skills whenever she gets the chance. Apparently, while working on the set of Tomb Raider, she learned knife throwing. From there, she continued the skill and even learned some tricks of her own.
Let's see. Just kind of like that.
And who do you do this to?
The chair.
Turns out it wasn't just a hobby from the set, she actually had an interest in this kind of thing and said she has collected weapons since she was a young girl, which is so random. Some people collect buttons, some people collect weapons. When she showed off her knife skills on the Conan O'Brien show, people were left in silence. I guess you just don't really expect it from her, and the whole time she was doing it, she was just like smiling and made it look so easy. Crazy. Cruising into number 8 is Margot Robbie. After seeing her dominate her role as Harley Quinn, it does not totally surprise me that she has some hidden badass talent. When she is not filming movies, she is giving people tattoos. And no, not the temporary stick-on ones, not the henna, real permanent ink tattoos. Apparently she's done more than 100 tattoos on other people, and it all started with her just doing it from home. She even gave tattoos to some of her Suicide Squad co-stars and crew members. She talked about her hidden talent on the Jimmy Fallon show and said that real tattoo artists probably hate her. She also admitted that her tattoos have been good, but she thinks she's getting worse as time goes on. So Jimmy did not offer up his skin by any means. I would let her tattoo me. I'm not even kidding. I let my ex-boyfriend give me a tattoo. Who cares? Sliding to number 7 is Aaron Paul. The Breaking Bad star has bragged about the fact that he has a unique ability when it comes to furry friends. Dogs specifically. His skill is very odd, but seems to be true. He claims that he can detect the sex of a dog just by petting its back, like he is some kind of magical dog whisperer. Obviously, when you make claims like this, people want the proof. So he was asked to do it on Jimmy Kimmel Live. They blindfolded him and brought in some dogs to put his skills to the test, which he was successful at.
This is a That is right.
He says the skill came from just having a love for female pups, and he says that he has this special connection to them, so just by petting a female's dog's back, he can tell that it's a female. Sure, I mean he got it right every time. Moving on to number 6 is Emma Roberts. She's a pretty girl with a successful acting career, but she also has another skill that people were surprised by. Turns out she's the definition of a master crybaby. When I first saw this, I thought it meant like she could cry on demand, because that is a pretty impressive skill that a lot of actors can nail. But she can mimic the sounds of a crying baby, and it's so realistic that it's actually a little bit scary. She showed everyone her trick while on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno. You guys, it legit sounds like a crying baby to a T. Emma joked and said that it would be a great way to freak people out in a quiet movie theater. And honestly, I don't blame her. If I had this talent, I feel like you could do such good pranks with that. That'd be so funny. Halfway through the countdown at number 5 is Justin Bieber. People first fell in love with him when he was just a kid, and they were impressed with his voice and songwriting skills. When he got older, he started doing more dancing in his performances, and people were a little surprised. We're used to seeing pop stars add in some choreography to their performances, but his dancing is actually more than that. He is actually really good. But his hidden talent has nothing to do with his performance. Turns out he is a secret expert with the Rubik's Cube and can solve it in under 2 minutes. Now his time is a lot slower than the world record of 4.69 seconds, but this is still really impressive. 4 seconds? Are you nuts? How do you even move it that fast? That's some crazy, that's rigged, I don't believe it. Coming into number 4 is Heidi Klum. She is mainly known for her beauty as one of the world's biggest models, but in recent years she's been one of the judges on America's Got Talent. Seeing people come on the show every day and perform their weird skills may have inspired her to put hers out in the public. The other judges often poke fun at her about how she cannot dance or sing, but turns out she can do much more than that. She can actually yodel, in German too. In 2016 she was on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. When he asked her if she was on America's Got Talent, what talent would she do? She ended up saying that she would sing for the audience and would be singing a German song. She performed it with a chipmunk effect on the microphone, but luckily I found a clip of her doing it in just a regular voice. Now, she is the first to admit that her singing voice is not great, but her yodeling one sounds pretty good, so she might not be all that bad. Taking over the 3rd spot is Bob Dylan. There is a completely different side to the singer who has been in the pop culture for more than 50 years. But outside of his music career, he's also a visual artist and has spent his free time iron sculpting. Turns out for the past 30 years he's been creating metal sculptures for friends and family, and in 2013 he revealed his creations to the public. He showed off his work at an exhibit called Mood Swings at a London gallery. He talked about his artwork and said that they were all inspired from his childhood since he grew up in Hibbing, Minnesota, which is known as being the Iron Range. He explained he spent his childhood living near the world's largest iron ore mine, which led him to creating farming equipment, children's toys, kitchen utensils, and then eventually artwork. Really freaking sweet. I saw some pictures, it's pretty freaking cool. In the number 2 spot is Jennifer Garner. The actress received tons of comments in 2019 when paparazzi photos broke showing her wearing a pair of clogs. She wears them proudly, even though we never thought they would ever be in fashion again. But these wooden Dutch style clogs have made their way back into collections, and it turns out that she actually knows how to dance in them. In the past, she has admitted to having what she calls hillbilly talents, like playing the spoons, saxophone, and clogging. If you don't know what clogging is, it is the type of folk dancing that requires you to wear those wooden shoes. It completely surprised fans because it's hard to picture her folk dancing in general, but wearing the clog shoes seems pretty normal because she literally wears them all the time and she loves them. I will not hop on board with this trend. I do not want clogs back. That is like Crocs. I don't agree with Crocs. And our number 1 spot is Mike Tyson. I think he surprised us on more than one occasion throughout his career, and if anyone is gonna have this weird talent, it doesn't fully surprise me that it's him. Turns out that outside of his Hollywood career, he actually spends his time pigeon racing. Let me explain what this is. A homing pigeon, which is a specific type of domestic pigeon, is released from a cage 100 miles away from their coop, and they are timed for how long it takes them to return to their coop. A group of them are released at the same time as some kind of race. Seeing as Mike Tyson was one of the toughest boxers in history, this hobby seems a little strange, but he claims that he's really talented at it. He said he has had a love for pigeons since he was a kid and calls pigeon racing a form of therapy. Alright guys, that is our list. Don't forget to let me know in the comments if you have a weird talent. I don't judge, I would love to know. Like I said, I can make gerbil noises in your ear. It's a fact. And also give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. But for now, I'm gonna read some comments from celebrities who fell in love with their fans. Mike G says, I'd marry you, Joss. Send the poster. I'm not gonna lie, Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Mike, I don't understand what this means. What does send the poster mean? What does that mean? I'd marry you, send the poster. I don't know, Mike, but this proposal's not off to a very good start. Michelle Carter says your celebrity crush hasn't fallen in love with you because he hasn't met you yet. Thanks, Michelle. I'm still, you know, I am holding on to that hope that, you know, me and Zac Efron, we just lock eyes and it'll be history. Sunchild says, imagine just chilling on the beach and getting Kevin Jonas's number, right? That's pretty sick. Although I would want Nick's and then Joe's and then Kevin's, but still a Jonas. Capriana Payton says, I love Jelena, but they are not together anymore, but Justin and Haley are cute too. Hi Joss, who is your celebrity crush? Well, as most people know, Miley Cyrus truly is like my heart and soul. But Zac Efron, I fell in love with him in High School Musical and it just, you know, I can't get over him. Alright guys, that's all I got. I am getting out of here. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. I've been your host Joss. I will see you next time. Okay. I need help. You ever look at me and be like, what the f***'s in her, like goes on in her head? Chris, can you make a bird noise? No. Oh, that's pretty legit. Yeah. That was pretty good. Close your eyes, ready? Do you see a bird? Oh, your sarcasm. I feel I'm in Costa Rica right now. That's fact. This star right here. It wasn't like for him, it was actually for my best friend. We got them together. So it wasn't for him, but it needs a touch up from a professional. Coming into, no! Ow! My armpit's itchy all of a sudden. I got an itchy armpit. It's burning. Can you yodel, Chris?
I don't think so.
Me either. I've tried it. Like, what do they even do? Yodelay. I used to have a pair and I used to put those little things in them to decorate them. They're very comfy, but the ugliest things I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't get what you do. Do you train these pigeons? Oh, this is so funny. How did I go my whole life so far not knowing what this was?